Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Waves Weekly, series I post every weekend where we cover recent news and current events that I believe will impact the markets. These episodes are meant to be more chill, so sit back, grab yourself a drink. Right now, I am personally drinking FaZe G Fuel out of a FaZe shaker bottle. Big shout out to the clan. Huge fan of everything they're doing over at that organization, and their G Fuel is pretty fire too. So, cheers to the weekend, you guys. Let's get into it. As always, we'll go over each topic that we're going to be discussing, and then we'll dive into each one individually. First things first, got to touch on Bitcoin, you guys. Bitcoin's on fire. CoinDesk article titled, BlackRock's chief investment officer says Bitcoin could replace gold to a large extent. This is a huge deal, you guys. We've been talking about institutional adoption so much. BlackRock, the epitome of institutions, you guys. This is the largest fund in the entire world. So the fact that they're co-signing Bitcoin, their chief investment officer is co-signing Bitcoin is a huge deal, and just another star aligning for Bitcoin's fundamentals. All right, moving on. Tesla. It's been a while since we've talked about Tesla. Tesla, probably the biggest news of the week in regard to the equity markets. Tesla to join S&P 500 next month as largest ever new member. So again, this was, there was some rumors about this going back a month or two, and it's finally happened. So we will go over this huge news for not only Tesla, but Mr. Musk as well. Elon Musk passes Mark Zuckerberg to become the world's fourth richest person. I bet this pissed Zuck off, you guys, but congrats to Musk, what Elon Musk is doing. And I've said this many times. It's been a while since I've ripped on Tesla, but you guys, Tesla, I love the company. Everything Elon Musk is doing, from the Boring Company to SpaceX. I mean, Tesla just released a tequila not too long ago. Such a sick, lightning bottle. And I was super bummed that it sold out in a minute. But everything he's doing, I love Elon Musk as an entrepreneur, as a marketer, as a mind. And I think it's great. I think he deserves to be one of the richest people in the world, okay? So we will go over this just kind of for fun. And then, of course, we will hop into the content of the week. The first piece of content for fun is a Netflix series I binged I binged this entire series in one night. It's probably 4 or 5 hours, so not super crazy. It's only a single season. It's a fairly new series on Netflix. They call it an anime, but it is more of an animated series titled The Blood of Zeus. This follows this guy right here is supposed to be kind of a spin on Hercules, but he's the son of Zeus. He's the bastard of Zeus, I should say. So human mother, Zeus is the dad. Super, super sick series, you guys. But you have to keep in mind, I do love, I've geeked out about even medieval times, but Greek mythology for my entire life. I've always been a fan of it. But the animation, the storyline is great, and Rotten Tomatoes gave this 100%, you guys. I didn't even know that until I went to show you guys this content of the week. But you guys, it's rare that I would give a series aside from Avatar: The Last Airbender 100%, but I definitely give this 100%. You guys, this was, again, I rarely watch television, to be completely honest, but I binged this, and me and my lady binged this entire series in a single night. Super good. And in the topic, so this is the fun content, of course. In more of a serious content recommendation, I do have something to go along with this, kind of back into just going back in time. It's a book titled The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Okay, so you guys, this is an OG. The little subheading here is titled, or says, The Success Secrets of the Ancients, the most inspiring book on wealth ever written. So obviously they're trying to sell some books with that one, but I would say that's not too far off, you guys. This is the reason this is a beautiful book, and it's a great nighttime book. I would recommend reading this kind of before going to bed, is because it's almost partially fiction, which it is. I believe this is a made-up story. I don't think this is real. It's probably based in truth, but it's almost it's like philosophy, fiction, and self-help and wealth management all at the same time. So just a great book, you guys. I've read this multiple times over the course of my entrepreneurial journey over the past decade. So great book, highly recommended. I will link that down below. And I want to show you guys this as well. So speaking of binging this with my lady, I was going to do this at the end, but I just keep looking at it, and it's so sick. She just finished this yesterday. Let me know down in the comments if you guys know what this is. If you're on YouTube, you better know what this is. So She drew this. You guys know, if you've seen these episodes before me, shout out her stuff. Her thing is the rainbow ombre. She has like 300K followers on TikTok, I think. I don't have TikTok, but she does, and she's popping off. But got her to join the best platform on earth, the YouTube family. So she just uploaded this video on YouTube. I'd really appreciate it if you guys went and showed her some love, if you guys like that painting. And yeah, she'd really appreciate it, and I would appreciate it as well. So I'll link her YouTube down in the description as well. If you have TikTok, go follow her, Made X Lala. Same thing as her YouTube. So really appreciate that. All that aside, Waves Canvas, of course, link that down below as well if you want one for your own wave cave, and as well as a Waves hat. Got a whole bunch of good stuff up there. So really appreciate it if you check that out. Plugs out of the way, you guys. Again, these are more chill, so I'm just talking story with you guys. Let's get into some real stories. So boom. Oh, one more thing, you guys. I wanted to mention, you might think, why does he look so overexposed and gross? That is because I just got the new MacBook Pro with the M1 chip in it. I was super pumped. This thing is running so crispy. Like, even when I recorded a few takes, I usually do a few takes of these. If you guys didn't know that, that's why they're all one take. Sometimes I mess up 30 times on the intro. So that's a dedication I have for you guys. And again, it's running great. It's running super smooth. This new M1 chip is really impressing so far. But this FaceTime camera makes me look extremely overexposed. And if you guys have seen me try to correct and do this thing before, that's because with my old MacBook Pro, I could just do that and it would focus myself and not make me look overexposed. But I can't do that. And although it does look, I think the resolution might be higher and it's running smoother, it looks way more, I look way more overexposed, which I don't like personally. Please, give me some feedback in the comments down below if you think I look as gross as I do, because I won't blame you. So that said, you guys, I just wanted to let you guys know that. But hopefully the videos are a little more crispier, and yeah, just crispier is the best word I can use. Let's finally get into this, okay? So BlackRock's chief investment officer says Bitcoin could replace gold to a large extent. Huge. The chief decision maker for where BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, invests its funds, said Bitcoin could take the place of gold to a large extent because crypto is so much more functional than passing a bar of gold around. Exactly. That's so obvious. Again, as we've been saying for so long, you guys, just from a like, again, common sense perspective, would you rather use Bitcoin? And I'm not saying, like, again, I don't think Bitcoin's going to replace be the global reserve currency or anything. I don't think it's going to replace the US dollar as like the primary fiat. But again, Bitcoin, you can send it like with apps like Coinbase and stuff. There's a lot of apps you can just send Bitcoin like Cash App or Venmo. So it's way more efficient than carrying a satchel of gold around. That's what they used in this book, okay? Gold was for this time. Today, we use Bitcoin and Venmo and PayPal. Speaking during CNBC's Squawk Box. So that's huge too, you guys. This guy was on CNBC and said this. Mainstream. Again, it's adoption. It all comes down to adoption. Bitcoin, as I'm recording this Friday afternoon, Bitcoin is almost at 19,000. Amazing. And it's just adoption, you guys. It's just adoption. It's education. On Friday, BlackRock's CIO of fixed income, Rick Reeder, responded to a question asking if governments might try to regulate Bitcoin if its price keeps rallying. And I quote, "I think cryptocurrency is here to stay. I think it is durable," he said. Alongside central banks developing digital currencies, millennials' receptivity to technology and cryptocurrency is real. Digital payment systems is real, Reeder said. Do I think it's a durable mechanism that could take the place of gold to a large extent? Yeah, I do, because it's so much more functional than passing a bar of gold around. So again, you guys, it's just from terms of efficiency and practicality, Bitcoin is the obvious choice over gold, and it's absolutely scarce. That's the obvious edge on gold it has. It's absolutely scarce. It's not objectively scarce, or it's not like relatively scarce or perceived to be scarce, which gold is scarce for sure. But Bitcoin, you know exactly how many Bitcoin are circulating now and how many will ever be in the ecosystem. So huge. Moving on to Tesla. Shares climbed 13% on Tuesday. Effective date will be December 21st, so that's when they're entering the S&P. Announcement caps months of speculation over stock's inclusion. Tesla Inc.'s Elon Musk 17-year-old upstart car maker took a giant step toward blue chip respectability, getting named to one of the world's most famous stock indexes in an action that will greatly broaden its investor base. The announcement on Monday that Tesla will enter the S&P 500 on December 21st follows months of speculation and one temporary setback after the stock failed to make the cut during the index's quarterly rebalancing in early September. The anticipation has helped drive a nearly five-fold rally in the stock this year to almost $390 billion, making the electric vehicle pioneer the biggest company to ever be added to the gauge. So congrats to Tesla, you guys. Again, Tesla is in my mind, although a lot of these Chinese EV stocks that we like here on the channel a lot are doing so well right now, Tesla, in my opinion, will always be king. Tesla will always be the pioneer. They will always be the one who revolutionized this sector initially, and they will always have my respect. Although I dog on the stock, I do love Tesla as a company, and I think they're going to be around for the rest of many of our lifetimes. So that said, one more thing. It's crazy to think, 390 billion. Again, Bitcoin right now is at like 350 billion. So Tesla, still bigger than Bitcoin. I don't think that makes sense. I'll say that much. That's my little dog on Tesla for this one. Okay, so moving on. Elon Musk passes Mark Zuckerberg to become the world's 4th richest person. Number 4. I mean, top 10. I mean, you're in single digit world's richest people. You've done pretty well, which Elon has for sure. Tesla's billionaire co-founder and CEO Elon Musk overtook Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg to become the world's 4th richest person on Wednesday, as Tesla stock continued to skyrocket following news that it will be added to the S&P 500 index late next month. Shares of the electric vehicle maker surged nearly 10%, pushing Musk's net worth up by $8.3 billion to $105.4 billion. This dude, what is that, 12 digits? 13 digits? I think that's 12. I think it'd be 12 digits. Damn, it's crazy. That makes him the 4th richest person in the world, according to Forbes estimates, surpassing Zuckerberg, who has a net worth of $100 billion. What's a few $billion when you're in the 12-digit range, right? So anyway, Musk's fortune has grown to an astonishing rate this year, with Tesla stock up more than 460% in 2020. That has massively boosted Musk's net worth. He owns a 21% stake in Tesla, and his rocket company SpaceX was valued at $46 billion by investors in August. So again, you guys, of all the people on Earth who deserve to be rich, I think it's Elon Musk. I think Elon Musk is... and I've said this before, and I still believe, and I probably will for a very long time. I think Elon Musk is the single most important individual on this planet. As much as he trolls, as much as you may disagree with some of his, because he's like a troll at heart. Like, he tweeted something about COVID being fake, and I think he's just antagonizing the trolls and the little conspiracy theorists out there. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he's extremely calculated, and I think he's doing more good for this world than almost anyone else on the planet. And this is something you'll hear. The more you dive into self-help and wealth, the more you'll hear this across different books, different blogs and stuff. But it's true. If you want to make $1 billion, you help 1 billion people. And the more people you help, the amount of value you accumulate, the amount of wealth you accumulate, I should say, in US dollar terms, in like financially, is a lot of times directly tied to the amount of value you give people. And being a trader, this is interesting, you guys. So being a trader, I was always... again, you guys know I played the first crypto bull. I played bubbles, and I made a lot of lump sums of cash over the course of my career. But this year, I'm making significantly more. Specifically, when I started YouTube, I've been making significantly more than I have every other year. And obviously, I'm becoming more experienced in this game. The more you do something, the better you get. Obviously, like, there are certain stars aligning for me right now. Obviously, making these videos does make me do more due diligence. Writing a newsletter obviously makes me research more and be more mindful of what I'm doing, which are, if you're going to get technical, those are the obvious factors as to why I'm performing better trading and why I'm making way more money this year than I ever have. But I like to think that it's because I've accumulated this awesome community in the Waves family and you guys, and it's kind of karma coming back. Because not to get woo-woo, I'm really not that woo-woo at all, but it's kind of nice to think that way sometimes, right? So shout out to you guys for making this possible and making this a great year financially. So moving on from this, we'll end it off. This is a short one, you guys, today. This is just, again, you guys, just Talkin Story. If you guys don't know that, it's been a while since I've said this, but Hawaii, born and raised Hawaii, still live in Hawaii. And Talkin Story just means you're like chopping it up. And you're, again, just talking story, just talking to your friends and having a good old-fashioned time. So that said, Blood of Zeus, this is my content of the week. Then we'll get into the richest man in Bob. I mean, we pretty much already talked about that. I already gave that plug. But Blood of Zeus, you guys, this is such a fiery series, you guys. You have the weekend to watch this. Let me know down below if you do end up watching this and what you think about it. But again, it's pretty much like the artwork is freaking beautiful too. I'm a geek for good animation styles. If a cartoon does not have, like, even like Rick and Morty has kind of turned me off, and Bob's Burgers really turns me off. Even if the content is good, like Bob's Burgers is actually a good example of that. Even if, like, it's pretty funny, it's all right. It's kind of funny, I guess. But the animation sucks so bad that I never want to watch it. And Rick and Morty, unfortunately, as crude as it is, and as funny as I think it is sometimes, it kind of turns me off. Because the animation is bad. But South Park is a caveat to that because I freaking love South Park's probably my favorite series of all time, but that's a rare example where the animation is so bad it's good. It's so unique that it's good, and the writing is just so brilliant. So let me know if you guys like South Park. I don't think I've ever said that, but South Park, I grew up on it, and I still love it. I think South Park, anyone who doesn't like South Park doesn't get the brilliance of the writing and how timely they are and on top of trends. Like South Park is way earlier to trends than any other, like even like news outlets and stuff. And this, like the satire, the level of satire in South Park is good too. So shout out to South Park, just unintended content of the week as well. But for real, Blood of Zeus, you guys, if you watch this, let me know down below. Let me know what you think about it, because this series is freaking sick. And I think the 100% rotten grade by that's a critic grade too. This is the audience grade. 100% rotten grade is warranted. So check this out. Again, Richest Man in Babylon. I will link this down below as well if you guys want to give this a read. Again, great nighttime read. If you guys just want something to like read a chapter before bed every night, read a few pages before bed or whatever. It's just good. Because again, I think a few weeks ago we talked about how you should read philosophy while you go to bed. Or fiction, you guys. I personally don't like reading self-help or like money-related books prior to bed. So this is a great way to like kind of mend both together. So again, link that down below. Please check out the lady's beautiful Among Us artwork. I don't think I even said this is Among Us. Obviously Among Us. So you guys know what this is. Again, check out the ladies Among Us artwork. This thing is so sick. Like even when I'm looking at it, just in the little corner with you guys. This thing looks great. So again, go show her some love. I would really appreciate it, and more importantly, she would appreciate it. So again, I'll link her YouTube down below as well. Let her know what you think about that. Tell her the Waves fam sent you, of course. And yeah, I think we'll call it there, guys. So appreciate you sticking around. Until next time, you guys. Always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.